Don't keep telling me that we have things to hide.
This is a proposal to amend the constitution.
Jukumu letu ni kusikiza wananchi wetu na kutatua shida zao, sio kuwaongezea shida.
If you can amend the constitution, why can't you not amend a proposal to amend the constitution?
It should not be possible to reopen that document. Are we clear?
We are all reading from the same page. We are talking the same language.
While the president-led team seems to be rallying Kenyans to support the initiative, Deputy President-led team with his loyalists have criticized the agenda.
It is now, unfortunately, very clear that there are people who want a divisive referendum.
Don't keep telling me that we have things to hide.
This is a proposal to amend the constitution.
Jukumu letu ni kusikiza wananchi wetu na kutatua shida zao, sio kuwaongezea shida.
If you can amend the constitution, why can't you not amend a proposal to amend the constitution?
It should not be possible to reopen that document. Are we clear?
We are all reading from the same page. We are talking the same language.
While the president-led team seems to be rallying Kenyans to support the initiative, Deputy President-led team with his loyalists have criticized the agenda.
It is now, unfortunately, very clear that there are people who want a divisive referendum.
Don't keep telling me that we have things to hide.
This is a proposal to amend the constitution.
Jukumu letu ni kusikiza wananchi wetu na kutatua shida zao, sio kuwaongezea shida.
If you can amend the constitution, why can't you not amend a proposal to amend the constitution?
It should not be possible to reopen that document. Are we clear?
We are all reading from the same page. We are talking the same language.
While the president-led team seems to be rallying Kenyans to support the initiative, Deputy President-led team with his loyalists have criticized the agenda.
It is now, unfortunately, very clear that there are people who want a divisive referendum.
Hi everyone, my name is Brenda Kisongoshi and this right here is your favorite TV show, My Hustle.
Yo, what's up Kenya, what's up 254 is a boy maji. Lakini hapana jali, hivyo ndio kunaendanga. Uliepa sistangu kadai amechapa kuhamia Nairobi kwa wakahaba. Kuharibia kwanza ilikuanga Wanyeri, mwanaume unachapwa, hivyo ndio kunaendanga. In 2013 ni release hivyo ndio kunaendanga. 2015 nika release Sumari kwa pale YouTube unaweza cheki. 2016 nika release Tukumbukeko. Tuogopi vane tumefresh mnajua tumetoka far na ile jeshi ya grandpa. Mimi kijana nimegrow Narok. Yeah. But niko na roots huko Western Kenya kidogo. Mimi kuanga na project kubwa sana pale Eldoret. Nito Majirani Football Club. Like so yeah, like where naenda na mamtaa na tap talent. Wase wanajua kucheza ball na leta pamoja. Tunawasaidia vijana hivyo. So ndio project ili nikula 3 years. Yeah, that's the reason I've been like silent musically. Yo, what's up Kenya, what's up 254 is a boy maji aka Majirani, na this Saturday ndako pale Maisha TV au sio kuanzia saa 4. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga.
Celebrate youth with positive impact in our society. Through this show, you learn how to turn your talent into a hustle. Join me, your host, Brenda Kisongochi, every Saturday on Maisha TV. Let's engage, let's talk, and promote our talent. This is Maisha TV, where you choose it, you watch it, and you definitely love it.
Good evening and welcome to Maisha Update at 6. My name is Rida Chebet.
Live from Maisha Television, this is Maisha News Update, brought to you by Rida Chebet.
Welcome. President Uhuru Kenyatta has commissioned a 4 billion shillings gun manufacturing factory in Ruiru. This, he says, will aid the national economic and technological advancement. He was accompanied by the Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i and a few government officials. The head of state said that the initiative will address the high cost of weapons acquisition and provide the security sector independence and allow Kenya to produce high-quality weapons. Uhuru said that Kenya stand advanced human capital and fuel modernization for iron manufacturing. The small arms factory project is aimed at enhancing the country's self-reliance through the local production of security equipment.
We plan to create a weapons manufacturing surplus that will transform Kenya into an exporter of security equipment to nations in the region and the rest of the world. This will not only boost our balance of trade position, but it will also create employment for thousands of Kenyans, in addition to creating a skills and technology environment that will drive transformation also in civilian industries. Ladies and gentlemen, with this innovative initiative, Kenya stands to reap economic benefits through the creation of backward linkages that will spur development, advance human capital, drive economic expansion, and fuel the modernization of Kenya's iron and steel manufacturing, machine tooling, production of precision optical and sensor equipment, and other related processes that are derived from weapons manufacture. The journey we begin today will not be an easy one. It will continue to require commitment, desire, and undoubtedly fidelity to our national security imperatives and the prioritization of incremental progress and perfection of products and processes. It also requires investment of significant sums of money, human resource, training, and buildings and equipment for these kind of projects to succeed. To the company, I tell you that we must continue to invest in research and development skills and technology transfer, secure international subcontracting, production under license, multinational co-development and co-production, and the use of intellectual property rights to secure designs and processes. These engagements aim to, one, share the risk and costs of design, manufacturing, and sale of weapons. Secondly, to allow Kenya to access innovative foreign-based technologies and know-how. Thirdly, to foster synergies as well as economies of scale. Fourthly, to provide market access in the very competitive arena of international arms sales. And fifth, create and protect local jobs in the area. Today we note with satisfaction that this factory that we have officially opened today has currently manufactured about 12,000 assault rifles based on a single shift, with 60% of the components being locally manufactured. I am also pleased to note the diligence of our security organs, for they have delivered this project well under budget. When we first conceived this project and we went out to seek people out there who could help us develop it, we were given quotes of up to 15 billion shillings. But by using our own local expertise, our own Kenyan citizens, we have been able to complete this project at a cost of Kenya shillings 4 billion, saving us a combined total of approximately 11 billion shillings. Hongera sana kwenu. Asanteni sana. Pongezi.
Transporters plying Kenya roads with excessive load have been put on notice following what is said to be the major cause of damage of roads and endangering of motorists. According to Kenha's senior engineer Kennedy Ndungire, most of the transporters were going against the Traffic Act by overloading their vehicles.
We have received a lot of information from the members of public that there are some sand lorries which ply within the area which are not compliant with the overloading laws. The Traffic Act Section 55 and Section 56 prohibits use of overloaded vehicles within the public roads within the country. We are currently developing virtual way bridges. These are unmanned stations. Currently 10 are operational. In the next 1 or 2 months we'll have another 13 stations coming on board. So we'll have 23 in total virtual stations.
Hivi sasa kuna malalamiko mengi sana kutoka kwa wananchi wetu kwamba barabara zao zimeharibiwa na haya malori. Vijana wao wameharibiwa, wale wanapakia mchanga, na kwamba malori haya yanafanya kazi masaa 24 bila kujali mambo ya ama utulivu wa wananchi katika wakati wa usiku. Kutokana na mkutano wa leo, imekubalika vizuri. Sisi hatushindani na wafanyabiashara. Ni kazi yetu kuhakikisha kwamba wamefanya biashara yao, lakini tunawaomba nao wazingatie sheria za barabarani zile zimetajwa hapa na mhandisi.
An activist, Edwin Kiama, who was accused of cyberbullying President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, has been freed on cash bail after spending 2 nights in police custody. On Tuesday, April 6th, Kiama was arrested for making posters against the 2 top leaders, condemning them for ballooning public debt Appearing before the senior resident magistrate Jane Kamau today, April 8th, the youthful activist was granted a 500,000 bail. Kamau ruled that the state failed to give compelling reasons to keep detaining Kiama for 14 days that had requested. The accused was required to report to the investigating officer, Patrick Kibowen, at a place of their choice for the next 10 days until April 18th. Over the period, the magistrate barred the activist from sharing any messages or images on social media concerning the Kenya's debt or uhuru.
For clarity, the reporting of the respondent is to assist in the investigations. The purview of those investigations, including where to report, is a discussion between the investigating officer and the respondent. They could meet anywhere they so wish, and as citizens, they should follow COVID-19 protocols. So it does not limit them to meet in the police station. They can meet anywhere. Number two, in respect to the public opinion created by these investigations, I find that the Kashmir grant has considered all the outlined policy directives regarding bonds being granted. It is therefore reasonable. Number three, for clarity, should the respondent be unable to raise the bond terms issued, he shall be detained by the investigating officer at Central Police Station until the mention of the case.
Having dismissed the application in its entirety, then there being no charge against the respondent, then the cash bail would have ordered to be posted is somewhat in contradiction to the order dismissing the application in its entirety.
And as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to ravage the country's economy, the boda riders in Bungoma County now wants the county government to consider them by lowering the taxes and rescue them from the county's security harassment, as Philip Simeu reports.
As the nation suffers the COVID-19 pandemic effects on different sectors, Bungoma boda riders wants the government to step in to rescue them from high rate charges which they marked as non-profitable.
Ndangu ningaambia wangamati upande ukata stika sisi hatukomo kwa sababu hatuoni faida. Last akasema tutakata tukate stika tukakata. Wende kufuatilia walifanya stika moja wakafanya photocopy, basi ilikuwa tu unaenda unalipa wanakupata pesa, wakati wa maskana na kushika na wanaangalia nini number plate iko invalid, haiko kwa system. So tena saa hii wameanzisha tena sticker, hakuna mambo kusema tukati sticker.
Are also complaining about county security harassment as they request County Governor Wycliffe Wangamati to fulfill his promises he made during his campaigning period.
Kama ni askari mwanakuja tuliwo sije askari wao wacha kuja tubambane. Wacha kuja tubambane tu.
Huyo alituahidi akatuambia atakuja tuundie stage na hajaunda stage mteremko, na mteremko ni stage kubwa. Wasipounda hiyo stage mteremko watuonyeshe ni hapa, hakuna ukata stika.
Lakini tunakupenda sana mheshimiwa. Hizo vitu ndogo ndogo sikuharibie sifa. Rekebisha kidogo.
Letu kwa governor Bungoma pia angalia wakazi wake wa Bungoma kama sawa sisi wafanyikazi wadogo na biashara wadogo. Angalia mbinu ambayo angekuja nayo kwa mwananchi wa kawaida ili pia apate manufaa kutoka kwake. Wajua sasa yeye ndio tunamtegemea. Kuna vile anaweza fanya at least pia sisi tupate angalau mkato wetu kila siku.
On the other hand, the business owners have requested the national government to open up their locked counties so as to curb the economic deterioration.
Na hiyo chanjo iendelee hivyo, wale wanataka wachanjwe, wale ambao wamechanjwa kama wataki wakae pamoja pia ni sawa, lakini lockdown iondolewe ili biashara iendelee. Kenya tuimarishe biashara na hali ya uchumi, bure tutaangamia. Mapesa hakuna, chakula hakuna, hata watu wengine waliokiwa Nairobi hawajapanda mahindi. Njaa inakuja itaua watu. Sasa
they have also complained about the high tax rates imposed by county government at this lockdown period.
Utapata mtu kama mimi, biashara yangu kuuza sindano na usi haifiki 2,000, lakini kila siku ni risiti ya shilingi 30. Sasa na wakati kura zilikuwa sijapikwa, alituahidi ya kwamba watu wa biashara chini ya shilingi 5,000 hawatatoza ushuru. Sasa mimi kila siku ni shilingi 30. Hiyo ushuru wapunguze. Mama muuza ndizi anauza ndizi ya shilingi 100, anakatwa shilingi 50 receipt. Hiyo tupunguze kidogo, at least wananchi wapumue.
Philip Simiyu, Maisha TV.
Narok County is mourning the loss of a senior local government official who succumbed to COVID-19 complications earlier today. The county road's executive John Marindan died while undergoing treatment at Nairobi Hospital, becoming the first high-ranking official in the county to die of the disease. According to Angata Barikoi, who is the chief, Joseph Kirui, Marindan developed breathing problems while he was in his rural home for the Easter holiday. CEC had also been diagnosed with the hypertension and diabetes. Governor Samuel Tunai condoled with Marindan's family, describing the leader as hardworking, dedicated and selfless. He said that his diligence, attention to detail and sacrifice was all evident in the responsibility he held within the county executive since 2013. And Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Environment Kiriako Tobiko, accompanied by the Principal Secretary for Lands Dr. Nicholas Maruguri, visited Samburu County and held a meeting with the Koroto, Ngari, Angata, Nanyokie and Opiroi Group Ranch representatives in Maralal Town. The two were hosted by the Samburu County Governor, His Excellency Moses Lelokulai, and a host of Samburu County leaders. The Cabinet Secretary's meeting dwelled on the harmonization of the Kirisia forest boundaries, which pass by the aforesaid group ranches. The meeting was born out of President Uhuru Kenyatta's directive during his last month's visit to Samburu that pending group ranch and forest boundary matters be resolved within 1 month. The Cabinet Secretary assured the residents that the Kenya Forest Service will soon mark and beacon the Kirisia forest boundaries and that no group or ranch will lose any of its part.
Sahi kuna clear boundary between the forest and the group ranches. Hakuna group ranch ambayo itapoteza inchi moja. KFS is not going to lose an inch of its land. So hakuna vita baina yetu. Sio? Sasa ile sasa tunafanya, alake map ndio hii, ni kuweka beacons na kuweka zile pillars ambazo ukisimama hapa unaziona nini ukiwa mbali. Pia rais aliamurisha kwamba KFS ipewe title yake ya ile ni ya ile, na hiyo tumekuwa sasa tukizungumzia. PS ametuhakikishia kwamba in the next 1 month the next 1 month KFS itakuwa na title ya nini? Ya forest land. Hiyo sio kusema wananchi hawatakuwa wanaingia kwa msitu.
Hiyo boundary, na ndio kazi imetuweka hapa, na ndio tunashukuru kama county, ni kwamba sasa forest boundary yetu iko clear. Tuko pamoja? Yeah. Ukiona map ya kwanza, kulikuwa na boundary mbili. Kulikuwa na outer boundary ambayo pia ilikuwa na disputed na group ranches, na ambayo sasa surveyors wamekuja wameascertain beacons na boundary ya forest yenye iko gazetted from 1936, na ambayo sasa after hiyo reconciliation, hiyo dispute between group ranches na forest ndio imekuwa reconciled.
Title ile kitu hajawahi kuonekana Samburu. Kwa hivyo tunajua akati ya Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta vitu simeonekana ile tukua tumeona. Unajua mtu akifanya credit yake patieni ya haki yake. President amefanya haki hapa ile hatujawahi kuona. Title ndio hiyo juu yake, lami ndio inaingia mara hatujawahi kuona. Forest ndio hiyo, Maisha na mesaliwa hapa miaka 56 ndio hiyo hatujawahi kuona watu wamepata hiyo forest. Sasa tunataka nini nyingine? Ndio maana na mimi naambia nyinyi wakaja Samburu, ndio maana uingie ndani ya serikali.
And that's all we had for Maisha updates. My name is Rida Chebet.
everyone, my name is Brenda Kisongoshi, and this right here is your favorite TV show, My Hustle.
Yo, what's up Kenya, what's up 254 the boy maji. Lakini hapana jali, hivyo ndio kunaendanga. Uliepa sistangu kadai amechapa kuhamia Nairobi kwa wakahaba. Kuharibia kwanza ilikuanga Wanyeri, mwanaume unachapwa, hivyo ndio kunaendanga. In 2013 ni release hivyo ndio kunaendanga. 2015 nika release Sumari kwa pale YouTube unaweza cheki. 2016 nika release Tukumbukeko. Tuogopi vane Tuma first mnajua tumetoka far na ile jeshi ya grandpa. Mimi kijana nimegrow Narok. Yeah. But niko na roots huko kwa Western Kenya kidogo. Mimi kuanga na project kubwa sana pale Eldoret. Nito Majirani Football Club. Like so like where naenda na mamtaa na tap talent. Wasi wanajua kucheza ball na leta pamoja. Tunawasaidia vijana hivyo. So ndio project ili nikula 3 years. Yeah, that's the reason I've been like silent musically. Yo, what's up Kenya, what's up 254 the boy maji aka Majirani, na this Saturday ndako pale Maisha TV au sio kuanzia saa 4. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga. Hivyo ndo kunaendanga.
Celebrate youth with positive impact in our society. Through this show, you learn how to turn your talent into a hustle. Join me, your host, Brenda Kisongochi, every Saturday on Maisha TV. Let's engage, let's talk, and promote our talent. This is Maisha TV, where you choose it, you watch it, and you definitely love it.
Don't keep telling me that we have such things to hide.
This is a proposal to amend the constitution.
Jukumu letu ni kusikiza wananchi wetu na kutatua shida zao, sio kuwaongezea shida.
If you can amend the constitution, why can't you not amend a proposal to amend the constitution?
It should not be possible to reopen that document. Are we clear?
We are all reading from the same page. They are talking the same language.
While the president-led team seems to be rallying Kenyans to support the initiative, deputy president-led team with his loyalists have criticized the agenda.
It is now, unfortunately, very clear that there are people who want a divisive referendum